Russian President Vladimir Putin called U.S. President Barack Obama on Friday to discuss a U.S. diplomatic proposal for Ukraine. The White House said, adding that Obama told him that Russia must pull back its troops and not move deeper into Ukraine. The Kremlin also reported on the conversation, saying Putin had suggested examining possible steps the global community can take to help stabilize the situation, and said the foreign ministers of the two countries would discuss this soon. It was believed to have been the first direct conversation between Obama and Putin since the United States and its European allies began imposing sanctions on Putin's inner circle and threatened to penalize key sectors of Russia's economy. Russia's reinforcement of troops near Ukraine has brought the total forces to as many as 40,000, U.S. officials estimated on Friday, in a buildup that has increasingly worried Washington in recent days. The White House noted specifically that it was Putin who called Obama, who is ending a 4-country trip in Saudi Arabia and had just returned to his Riyadh hotel after talks with King Abdullah. Putin called to discuss a U.S. proposal for a diplomatic resolution to the Ukraine crisis, which Secretary of State John Kerry again presented to Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov at a meeting at The Hague earlier this week. The United States has been pressing Russia to pull back its troops to their Crimean bases and agree to talks with the Ukrainian government with international mediation. International monitors would go into Ukraine to assure that the ethnic Russian minority there is safe. President Obama suggested that Russia put a concrete response in writing, and the presidents agreed that Kerry and Lavrov would meet to discuss next steps, the White House said. In a statement posted on its website, the Kremlin said that Putin had cited the Russian justification for its actions toward Ukraine, which has centered on concern for Russian speakers there since the overthrow in February of Ukraine's pro-Russian president. It said Putin drew Barack Obama's attention to continued rampage of extremists who are committing acts of intimidation towards peaceful residents, government authorities and law enforcement agencies in various regions and in Kiev with impunity. It was in light of this, it said, that the Russian leader had proposed actions by the global community to restore stability.